Hey, what's up? Louie and Beth in the house on the carpet. Today we're going to give you 13 reasons to stop eating eggs.
Reason number 1. Male chicks. They're useless in egg production. So, when all the baby chickens are born, the males and the females get separated. They go down 2 separate conveyor belts. Females are kept. They're going to go into a life of imprisonment, where they can be confined and tortured to lay eggs for you guys.
We'll get onto that.
Male chicks, they go down another one, and there's 2 ways these male chicks are dealt with. 1, they're either chucked in big garbage bags and gassed to death, or 2, bit more brutal, though that is brutal, they're ground alive and put into dog foods and any other disgusting pet food.
Chicken nuggets.
So, yeah, male chicks, useless in egg production. You only need females to lay eggs because it's a part of the natural reproductive system, and that just not necessary for males.
Reason number 2, the conditions of hens. So whether they're battery hens have the space of an A4 page for 6 hens.
No.
Per hen.
Per hen. 6 hens in a cage, the equivalent of A4 piece of paper per hen. That's like living your whole life in a portaloo.
Wow. You may think barn or free range better, but we've personally investigated free range chicken farms, and they're pretty gruesome, horrible. Chickens on the floor dead, rats running around, feces, you name it. They've got a really bad life. Just because they're not in a cage doesn't mean they're not crammed together.
And also it doesn't mean they're let outside. Where we were, there was electric wires on the open doors, so they're open. Looks like chickens could happily go outside, but they can't. They'll get electrocuted if they do.
If you want more info on free range, just check up Free Range Fraud, or look at DXE, that's Direct Action Everywhere's latest expose on Whole Foods in the States. Reason number 3.
Simply the exploitation and dominance by human beings of other living beings. Not necessary, cruel, like, where's your compassion? Do you really need to show your dominance by exploiting a small little chicken, exploiting her body and her reproductive system?
Really manly.
Not necessary. So reason 3 was exploitation and dominance of other living beings.
Reason number 4. Chickens used to, and in the wild, they lay per year 10 to 15 eggs. That's
Max.
it. Now they lay 250 to 300. Their bodies are in a constant state of overload. They're just pushing out eggs. They're just egg producing machines. That's all they're seen as by us. That's many chickens, they die before they finish their short life because they're just overproducing too many eggs for human consumption.
Which leads on to reason number 5, the energy invested by the female chicken in laying her egg. So as you can imagine, they only laid 10 to 15 eggs a year because it was so strenuous on their bodies. So much energy goes into making one egg that they're exhausted by the end of it. Can you imagine then laying, 250 to 300 eggs, These chickens, they're exhausted, so it doesn't matter if it's a chicken in your backyard, you say it lives like under humane conditions. She's exhausted after she lays an egg, and most chickens, you'll find that if you don't touch that egg, if you don't take it away and eat it yourself, they will actually eat that egg themselves to regain all the nutrients they've lost during
Especially
the process.
calcium.
So that's reason number 5.
Reason number 6. What do you think happens to chickens after they finish laying eggs? 18 to 24 months after they're born, they're killed.
They're still babies.
Yeah, they're still babies. They normally live to...
Gee, we've had chickens, rescued hens at home that have ended up living 6-8 years.
Yep.
I'm sure they probably lived longer if they were healthy from birth.
So they're killed as children, and of course, what do we do with those corpses? We eat them. Yeah, great.
That's sick.
Yeah, I know. Reason number 7.
Again, so this is to do with the free range, or I've got them at home, whatever reason you want to have for eating eggs. I'm pretty sure most people who have female chickens at home didn't rescue those chickens from anywhere else, from a battery farm, from a free range farm. No, they probably bought those female chickens from a breeder, from a pet shop, and guess what? Buying a female chicken, I'm pretty sure somewhere along the line there was a male chick who was useless and he got killed.
Reason number 8. If you do happen to be rescuing, in the market of rescuing chickens and liberating them from their suffering, they still only want to lay a brood of 12 eggs, 12 to 15 eggs a year, and then they look after that brood. And when we take away the eggs from their nest, they're in a constant state of stress. We're taking them away every single time. All the chicken wants to do is look after their egg. Lay about one a month with their cycle. So they're in a constant state of stress. Not okay. Reason number 9.
Yeah, you might eat eggs because you think they're healthy. Well, they're not. Food regulation bodies, like the governing ones that make all the laws, say for something to be able to be legally labelled as nutritious, per serving it must have less than 1 gram of saturated fat and less than 90 milligrams of cholesterol. Well, eggs don't fall into that. They have 3.3 grams of saturated fat per serving and more than double the cholesterol content of...
At 190 milligrams per egg.
Yeah, so egg boards, national egg boards, are not by law allowed to ever call their eggs healthy or ever call them safe. Healthy, we've covered, because they're not. Safe, they're only allowed to tell you to hard boil your eggs because that's the only way you can almost guarantee that there won't be any salmonella. They cannot say to soft boil or to poach because this is still far too unsafe as of the high levels of salmonella in eggs. Also, eggs contain many other toxic pollutants if you're buying them commercially due to the conditions of the hens, what goes into the hen's body, their external surroundings, that comes out in the eggs they produce. Chickens usually have like respiratory issues due to the high levels of ammonia in the air from living in their own feces. So yeah, not safe, not healthy. By law, not allowed to be called that, ever.
Wow. We'll post a link for that below. There's an interesting video by Dr. McGregor. Reason number 10. If you want an emotional reason, then they are a chicken's period. They're the estrous cycle of a chicken.
Menstrual.
Estral. They're a bird.
Ooh.
Period. Eating a period. No. Not nice. Reason number, what are we on? 12?
Oh, gee, no, that was apparently 10.
Okay.
11.
And number 11 maybe?
Environmental reasons. So as I mentioned about ammonia in the air, that's clearly not a good thing. But also, you can imagine these sheds have thousands of hens in them, rows and rows, 6 tiers high of cages, pooing all day. One, they're eating horrible foods. They're eating chemicals, hormones, you name it, they're eating it. All their feces contain those things. Because this is mass production, all the runoff from their feces runs off into our oceans like most other factory farms. As we know, factory farm runoff is the leading cause of ocean dead zones. So that's one of many reasons why eggs, along with all factory farming, is terribly bad for the environment.
Reason number 12. 1 in 6 chickens get broken bones because they are so crammed in. Super tight. And reason number 13, it's just unnecessary. You just don't need it at all. A few replacements for eggs in baking. No egg or egg replacement in supermarkets.
Look out for it. It's usually in a box in the health food aisle.
Flaxseed mixed with a bit of water. Chia seed mixed with a bit of water. Banana mash arrowroot powder, chickpea flour, applesauce, peanut butter, baking soda, baking powder. That's more than enough.
You want to veganize your favorite egg dishes? Have scrambled tofu. Make a chickpea flour quiche. Make a roast vegetable and polenta bake. Spinach and tofu pie. Anything you used to have with that eggy texture, it can be replaced with basically silken tofu or polenta or chickpeas or Google. That's what Google's for. When I went vegan, didn't even cross my mind. Oh crap, how do I replace eggs? Never thought about it. I was just like, cool, we don't need eggs anymore. It's easy.
So don't wait another day to give up eggs. Give up eggs today, live a longer, healthier life, and go vegan.
And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions or if you want any more videos like this on reasons not to do something or advice, vegan tips, and subscribe to our channel.